First and foremost, we're testing the mic. Hi, good morning, good afternoon, hello everybody. As you can see, I cut my hair, and today I'm going to be talking about, I have 7 reasons why I cut my hair and why, if you want to, you should as well. So let's get into it. Reason number 1 why I cut my hair. I'm brave. Okay, so cutting your hair is a brave decision. Cutting a girl chopping all her hair off. Like, I had hair that was like long. Maybe it wasn't that long, but it was relatively long. And chopping your hair off is a brave decision. And I do consider myself to be a brave individual. I consider it a brave decision. So first and foremost, I'm brave because none of these other reasons matter if I wasn't brave enough to do it. So let's give me some credit. Let's recognize my courage in this. Reason number 2, the summer look is loading. I always like to have short-ish hair in the summer. I haven't chopped all my hair off like this in a minute, but I do like to have shorter hair in the summer. Like, it's cute for the beach. I don't have to maintain it too much. I really like to enjoy my summers. My birthday is in the summer. I like to travel in the summers, and I really just like to be on the go, constantly doing things. And I feel like this is easier to wash. It's a little bit easier to maintain only because my hair gets like kind of oily, so I felt like with long hair I feel like I have to maintain it more. I know for some people you have to maintain short hair more. Short hair needs to be styled more, but I felt like my long hair needed like lots of dry shampoo and styling, and I put a lot of time into it, and I think that I'm gonna put less time into my short hair. I might be wrong, but we will see. Third reason is a little bit more philosophical, shall we say. I consider short hair to be a rejection of okay, we're starting this over. I consider short hair to be a rejection of traditional feminine beauty, and this is why. So I feel that long hair is very much associated with feminine beauty, and it's very much like a standard for looking feminine, looking pretty. Excuse me. Looking beautiful. And I think that sometimes when I grow my hair out really long, I become focused on like a little bit too much on meeting those standards. I feel like I try to look a little bit too feminine, and I do like dressing feminine, but sometimes I think that I get caught up in the male gaze, in traditional validation, and that's not really who I am. I'm somebody that likes to push the standard. I'm somebody that likes to push the social norm. I don't want to be somebody who goes in line with traditional beauty and traditional beauty standards. And I find when I have long hair, I begin to subconsciously meet them. When I have short hair, I don't. I just think not because short hair isn't feminine, I just think that me personally, when I have long hair, I tend to lean a little bit more into those expectations and stereotypes, and I don't like that. So every once in a while, I have to check myself and be like, that's not what we're doing. It's not. It's not me. It's not who I am. I don't like when I do it. I usually am not aware of it. Like, it starts to happen really subtly. I just start to dress more, like I said, in a traditional beauty standard. By traditional, I mean like what I feel is the norm. I don't know if I'm wording this right. What I feel is the norm, what I feel is generally accepted as beautiful, what I feel is generally accepted as feminine, and I want to challenge that. So, yeah. Reason number 4 is a mental reset. We all saw this one coming. We all saw this one coming. I know, like, I feel like cutting your hair is a sign of like, she is not doing well. And I hate for that to be me. I don't want to give that impression, but I did feel like I was in a little bit of place where I was like stagnant. I was in this cycle. I needed a fresh start. I need to reevaluate my life, my standards for myself, my goals, my dreams. I feel like I just got a little bit distracted. I got a little bit too caught up. I need to focus on my instincts, my gut, my feelings, not what other people tell me my feelings are. Yeah, so I felt like I needed to lock in a little bit. And I do feel like cutting my hair is a fresh start. It's like an identity change. It's an identity, and maybe I was having an identity crisis. I wouldn't call it that. That feels extreme. But I do feel like it was a little bit of an identity crisis. And I think that changing your appearance, changing your visual does give you a sense of like resetting that, because you look in the mirror and you're like, okay, I am not seeing the same thing that I used to see. And I think that will help me be like, okay, I am not going to continue those patterns of who I was and what I was doing. We're doing something new now. That takes us into reason number 5. Reason number 5 being, I cut my hair when I want to build my confidence, because having short hair is what I consider to be brave. Having short hair is a rejection of traditional beauty standards, and I feel like I need to sneeze again. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. And I do want to challenge my confidence a little bit. I want to remind myself that my identity is not linked to what I look like, that what I look like is not really a representation of who I am. And there are some things that I can control about my appearance, like my hair, my earrings, my clothes. And then there are some things that are not, like the color of my hair, the color of my eyes, the color of my lips, the shape of my face. And so I do want to do that. It's hard for me to get this idea together, but I hope you get the gist of what I meant. My 6th reason was for practical reasons. I had a lot of split ends, mostly because I had not been taking care of my long hair. I wasn't using heat protectant for a little while. I was brushing it while I was wet. I was blow drying it a lot. I was rushing a lot. I wasn't doing a whole lot of self-care in general. I am now. My skin's clearing up. My hair is looking better. But I had like also kind of not really bleached it, but I had like summer highlights from last summer, where I was like using this hair product and it was lightening my hair. And I was like, oh, this is cute. Little did I know it was bleaching my hair. So my hair was getting bleached. And I just left it. I thought it looked kind of cute, but the bleached hair wasn't really healthy. And you could like see the streaks of like the kind of bleached head. And my hair looked lighter and it was kind of cute. It was cute while it was healthy, but it very quickly became like it looked unhealthy. And so like it was all this right here. So chop that off. Now my hair looks healthier. My 7th reason is by far my most dramatic and slightly petty reason. I had a friend jokingly, I love this friend, I know that they would never say something to hurt me, jokingly say that if I cut my hair, my long hair, I would look like a 12-year-old boy. Now, to be fair, the haircut that we were talking about was like that hair. It was like page boy hair. Like, I don't know how to say it. Like, I was going to shave the sides of my head. We were originally joking like a buzz cut. And then I was like, oh, I could do a pixie cut. And they were like, and I was like, I could do a pixie cut. I have the confidence. I have the facial structure. It would be fine. And they were like, and so I had to prove them wrong. And I did not prove them wrong by getting a pixie cut, just because I feel like growing that out would be difficult. I don't know a way to like grow a pixie cut out, and I think that's a whole challenge in itself, and that's unfortunately not a challenge that I'm willing to put myself through. But I did feel like it was time for a change, and that combined with all my other reasons, I was like, yeah, I think I could do that. Yeah, I'm doing it. We're doing it. That was basically the final straw. And that's it. Those are all 7 of my reasons why I cut my hair, and I do like it. I had it cut yesterday, and the lady that cut it like curled it so it looked very different because my hair is obviously, as you can see, straight. I think that I want to curl it a little bit more. I did not have a straightener on me this morning, nor did I care this morning, but I think that when like I go out and I do things, and maybe even for work, I'm gonna like straighten it back. I don't know how it's gonna look. I was paying attention to the stylist when she was like cutting it and how she was styling it. So hopefully those tips work. I might make another video that's like tips for when you have short hair, which I think that I need to do. If I'm convincing y'all to get short hair, I think I need to give y'all some tips, some styling tips. So that's to come. But until then, that's our whole video. And we are wrapping up. And thank you for watching my videos. And hopefully I will see you in the next one, assuming that I keep up with this hobby and I keep up with everything else in my life, which I will, because I can, and I have confidence in myself that I will. And yeah, I'm rambling now. So I will see you in the next video. Bye.